I forgot the part.
Hey, everybody, good afternoon. How are you doing? My name is Angie Apt. Next to me is my buddy Karen Sully.
Are you ready to go
Um,
live on the radio?
yeah, we're actually going live on the radio, so I'm not going to be talking for a minute or two, just so you know. And I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to find us so we can
And then put yourself public.
public. Yes, I'm doing
Yeah.
that.
Your show
We're all
now
public, everybody.
to hear
We are
important
going
instructions.
public.
Press 2.
Yay!
The wizard behind the scenes here. We're gonna hear everything. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll hit the go.
All righty, go right ahead. I'm ready. Everybody ready out there? Let us know that you're there. We want to see
The show
you.
will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Lilydale Radio, featuring topics about spiritualism, mediumship, healing, spirituality, and the Lilydale Assembly, the world's largest center for the religion, philosophy, and science of spiritualism. This is Lilydale Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Spiritual Discoveries with Angie and Friends. Today, my good friend that's with me is Karen Sully. Hi, Karen.
Hi, everyone.
How you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, that's great. Everybody, you know what? As you come on, I love to get to say hi to you. So come on and say hi and let us know where you're from. That's always so good to know. So and we're excited to be back. We took a little break, but we're back now, and we're going to be on every Friday at noon. So one way or the other, we'll be here, and we'll have some kind of discussion with you. I want to teach you things about intuition. Last week we had a great talk about meditation. I got some great comments from you guys too, talking about that you tried meditation and how it made a big difference. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, how are you? It's good to
Hi,
see you in
Elizabeth.
here.
Yes, it is good.
Yeah. Hi, Katie from Warren. I got to just make sure I'm looking you guys. Karen's going to talk to you just for a second while I make sure that we're public here.
Sure. Yep. I'm excited to be on, although I am a little nervous. I haven't been on in a while, so
Yeah.
And I know I've started out my day pretty awesome. The car in front of me paid for my order at Tim Hortons.
Yay.
So I paid for the car behind me, and I don't know how long that chain was going, but that certainly put me in a very grateful and positive mood. So that's always cool when that happens.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. You know, that kind of comes is like that pay it forward thing. Don't you feel like that with that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have asked how many cars it had been going for, but who knows?
Who knows? It doesn't matter. I always think when that happens to me, it changes my whole day just to get that cup of coffee. And then of course I always pay for the person behind me, you know, just like you said. And then I always hope that it ends with maybe somebody who can't afford to buy a donut for their kid or something, or didn't have the money for it that day, and they got to buy their kids or maybe themselves a donut or a muffin, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think paying it forward is important. And that's some of what we're going to talk about today. Hi, Christina. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you guys. Hi, Katie. Okay, so let's talk just for a minute. Okay, while people get on, let's talk a little bit about Lilydale, our most favorite place ever. Right, Karen?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely love the energy there.
Yeah.
I was there a ton of times this summer with you. Maybe five.
Yeah, or
times.
more, quite a few times,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, we lose track of time in Lilydale somehow.
I love that it's so convenient. I'm within an hour of getting there for all of you who wonder. And so it makes it really convenient to get there. And of course, when you work for the Fellowships of the Spirit where I usually get I say I'm getting my paycheck and I can get in, and, I stop by the office while I'm there. So
Yeah.
make it convenient. Two birds with one stone.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. And Fellowships of the Spirit is an amazing place too, with their offices right outside the gates of Lilydale, which I love it there too.
Mm-hmm.
So Karen, what was your favorite thing in Lilydale this year?
I am gonna have to say Mary Oakley's estate sale.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because she is a former medium in Lilydale, and they were doing kind of like raising funds for her. She is old and has some conditions where she's in a home, right, Ange?
Like assisted living or something she had to
Yes,
go in.
assisted
So yeah,
living.
yeah.
And so I got all her jewelry, which I am super pumped about. I've gone through it. There's great earrings and necklaces, and I just feel so honored to have like, someone's collection because I went for it all.
Yeah, I know she did. She did. I went to it as well. Yeah, that was good. I loved like this year. I mean, I always love going to the Stump is kind of my favorite. But I loved Forest Temple this year too.
Yes, I don't mean to take away from the spirituality of the
Oh
experience.
no, I know, I
No,
know.
we did so many things. I definitely Forest Temple this year I liked better than the Stump, but I think it's just a different, different
Energy. Yeah,
energy, and it's more in the open, less clouded by trees. Not that the Stump is bad. I'm just saying I
yeah.
really enjoyed Forest Temple this year too.
I did too. And you gave some awesome messages there too, Karen.
Oh gosh,
You
thank you.
did. You did.
More practice.
Yeah, you did awesome. I want to tell them too, because Karen and I went to this. They had the Spirit Rooms of Lilydale, and that
Oh
was wasn't that
yeah.
one of your favorite things?
That was, and I brought my mom, and it was her first time in Lilydale. Now she's been hearing me talk about Lilydale since I went to college at SUNY Fredonia, which is like a half hour, 15, 20 minutes from there. So I started really going to Lilydale in college, and she has been hearing me for like 20 years talk about Lilydale. So it was really great so she could actually see what I meant by the Stump
Yeah,
and really experience things. So that was real special. And it was that great film opening. They made a big to do about it, and the documentary was great. So
yeah.
it was,
I thought that documentary was fantastic.
yeah, it was a
That-
great.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it was a great evening, and to see, the people that were in it, and it was just exciting the way they did it with the purple carpet. And
Oh yeah, because it was the opening screening. It was kind of like being in Hollywood in a way, like little Hollywood and Lilydale, right? With it, it
yeah,
was awesome. And Paula D'Amico produced it. Was a friend of ours, and that you know what I got from that, because they talked about like did you guys know Mae West actually was a big part of Lilydale like back in her day, and that Mae West was a medium, and if you go to the Healing Temple in Lilydale, you'll notice they have the old pictures, the history pictures out there, and you'll see a picture of Mae West. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. And she played a part, I believe, in helping create the Healing Temple back in the day, which is awesome.
yeah. It was cool. And if you haven't been to Lilydale, they have, I don't know, I've noticed it in other years, but this year more prominent outside of old houses that have been there or were significant, or they have a picture. You'll see pictures of the house back in, was it early 1900s or when they were there, and with the old people in
Mhm,
their, of the time. And it's
mhm.
so neat to compare the house to then to before and see the people who were either living in the house or in front of the house. It was,
That's awesome. I know, I love
I
that too. It's
noticed more of
amazing.
those this year. So I
Yeah,
thought that was
I
great.
think they keep adding to those. I think they keep adding. We have to go to the museum. There is pretty awesome too, because you get to really get the pieces of the history. But I wanted to say this, and I kept, whenever I hosted the Stump, because we had a lot of rain this year, we did the Stump a lot in the auditorium, and it was amazing to me that and I got to share this with you guys, and this is part of the Spirit Rooms of Lilydale movie, is that Susan B. Anthony, okay, and the women's suffrage movement, that she spoke a lot in Lilydale.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the stage.
Yeah, right on the stage at that same podium. So next time you go to the auditorium, or if you don't get there, we'll be sure to do something live next summer so you can see it. But she spoke there, and women back in the day, really couldn't speak publicly, right? They weren't allowed to do that, and they could do that in Lilydale. Spiritualism in Lilydale allowed them to do it. So I think that's pretty awesome that Lilydale played a part in women's suffrage, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to talk today a little bit about Karen and I. We're talking about this because it's Thanksgiving's coming up, like the start of the holidays,
Mhm.
and for me, like Thanksgiving, of course, makes us all start thinking about gratitude, and what our blessings and just really what were the things we're grateful for in our lives, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. How about you, Karen? What are you most grateful for?
Oh gosh, lately I'm grateful for my daughter. I just family before my parents snowbird in Florida, so they left on November 1st, and I had spent more time with my family this summer than in a while, and especially in the fall, we were doing some not renovations, but some upgrades in the house, and we got to go through some of our old treasures and things that I haven't seen in years because of the nature of the way they were stored. And
Yeah.
that was fun. But I'm grateful for that. And I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter, and it's fun. We go shopping together. She took me to, like a Sam's Club around here, BJ's, and we just had a great day.
Fun.
So I'm grateful for her and that she lives so close to me.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for my clients always that
Yeah.
I work with and enjoy every week too. So
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I'm grateful too. Like it's been for me a lot about family too. And I have two sisters and a brother. And actually, my one sister created on Facebook a private group, and we talk in that private group like almost every day. And it's pretty fun. My mother always said like your sisters are going to be in your life forever. Make sure that you stay connected to your sisters and your brother, and we do. So I'm very very grateful. And honestly, they make me laugh. I mean, I read it and I'll burst right out laughing
I know
sometimes.
you send me their jokes and stuff. They're pretty funny.
Well, my brother actually is pretty funny. So, hi Tammy from Ontario. Thanks for joining us. So I want to read you guys. I want to read you a little bit about gratitude, some stuff I looked up, and Karen and I are going to share some stories, and we invite you to share stories too. So if there's something you're grateful for, please, post a comment. So, all right. So, gratitude is one of the most underestimated ways anyone can use to enrich their lives. Scientists have proven that when we express our gratefulness toward other people, we tend to feel happier, calmer, and as a result, it opens up more channels for goodness to enter into our lives. I think that I totally agree with that. Don't you, Karen?
Definitely. Yeah. I think when you focus on that, it really shifts. Well, for me, it gets me out of myself. I can get a little self obsessed about what's going on with me or issues that I'm having or how I'm feeling. And then when you start to have gratitude, I think it just, with me, it automatically forces myself to think of others.
Yeah.
And, like when you asked, I went to family, not, my cat. Or well, my cat is still that,
Yeah, your
but
cat's a pretty
it's
good.
outside of me. It's not things I
Yeah.
have or,
It's
so
the little thing. I think it too. It's like we raise our vibration. So when we're in gratitude, we're kind of up here, and I think that when you raise your vibration, you feel better all the way around anyway.
yeah, definitely.
And you know what else too? I think and I'm going to talk about this toward the end, but when you raise your vibration to gratitude, you can use it for so many things. It makes you feel better all the way around, but you can also use it to draw other things into your life that you're grateful for too, like law
It's
law
very,
of attraction.
yeah, law of attraction. Yeah. You get
More-
more
Yeah, go ahead.
more
Sorry.
good stuff comes to you when you focus on the good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you focus on lack, I don't think it's that you bring it. I mean, I guess in a way you bring more things in that would be lack, but I don't feel like it's that. I feel like it's your focus. So if you're focused on gratitude, you see the things to be grateful for, right? And
Yeah.
if you're focused on lack, then I feel like that's kind of what you notice, right? It's more that's
More of
where
that.
your focus or attention is, right?
Hmm.
I got to throw this in too, because this just kind of came to me because I feel like when we're grateful, we feel better and like grateful for people in our lives, like you're saying. And a lot of times it's the little things. But I want to talk just a second too about giving people compliments, okay, and saying hi to people. I feel like that's super important too. Notice when you take a minute. We're all always like so busy. We're kind of rushing through the day and rushing through our lives. And sometimes you think like, wow, that person had nice eyes, or I really like that person's hair, or what have you. And you're busy and you think it and you don't say it. Well, it takes 2 seconds to say it, right? And you never know. I told this story the other day that I was at the grocery store actually, and remember Karen, and
Yeah.
yeah, the cashier was really crabby. I mean, really crabby. I'm in line thinking, why did I get in this line, right? And so I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to get into that energy. So I thought maybe I can turn this around somehow. I don't know, because it didn't seem good. But then I was looking at her and I noticed like she had the prettiest blue eyes I think I'd ever seen. Really pretty blue eyes. So I thought, do I dare? If I give her a compliment, what's going to happen? She's going to bite my head off. But you know what though? I walked up to her and I said, "Gosh, hi, you look like you're having a really busy day." And she's like, "Yeah, we're so shorthanded." Which, you know what? We're hearing that all over the place. Like I go to restaurants or anywhere you go, everybody's shorthanded. So we have to keep that in mind always, right? And I try to, if I can, give the server a couple extra dollars, or just kind of be patient with them when they're, you can tell they're hectic and apologizing because everybody's shorthanded right now, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's so true. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
So when I said that I said, you have I just wanted to say you have the prettiest blue eyes I've ever seen. You're so pretty. And her whole face, like she stopped for a minute because that's not what she's used to hearing.
For
And
sure.
probably, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's and all of a sudden, like her face changed, she smiled, and then she got a bit more pleasant, and I had a better experience, and so did she. And then when I left, she's like, "Bye, have a nice day," and I said the same thing. And I thought that like that's those little things make it's like that little compliment. Maybe it changed my day for sure, right? It
Yeah.
got me into better energy, yeah. And also I'm hoping that I saw it changed hers, and I kind of have a feeling it stayed with her for the rest of the day too. So you never know. Like I always feel like we're all healers. We're all meant to be here to help people and heal and what have you, and kind of be together. And I feel like doing things like the pay it forward with buying coffee for somebody, or giving a compliment, I feel like makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and Tammy says down here, the more you are grateful for, the more you feel you have to share,
Oh
which is
wow.
a good point too.
I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, that's really, really true. That's true. And you're right. You can share a lot because when you start to feel grateful, you realize just how much you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I remember years ago, and I don't have the book sitting here, and we talked about this the other day too, but there was a book, I don't know if anybody knows it. It was called Simple Abundance, and it was written by Sarah Von Bronick. And I think it's probably it probably 20 years old, I think, maybe, I don't even know. So but I was working at I've told stories about the car dealership, and I was working there, and I happened to walk in and to a bookstore, and I was drawn to the book. And the book is cool because every day of the year there's a different, half a page or page passage to read that's something positive or uplifting, or it's one of those books that you read and go, "Oh my God, like this is exactly how I've been feeling." Or the time of year, like how you feel in the spring or the fall or what have you. And I read it and I thought, wow, I love this book. So I think when I worked at the dealership, it was mostly all guys, which is pretty fun. Yeah, a different experience for sure. And so I bought, like, there's only 10 girls, so I bought everybody a copy of the book because I loved it so much. And
Oh,
we
wow.
all kind of started reading it together, which is cool.
And that's had to change your day and like bonding at least, and got you like in a different mindset with things, right?
Yeah, definitely. But also, if you ever know that book or you ever read that book, the beginning part of the book is Sarah talks about gratitude. That's why I really brought it up. And so, and she talked about like that we should all have a gratitude journal and that every day we should write, she said 5 to 7. I think I thought 3 to 5 was better, but so yeah. But and she said, keep that book for a year and you'll notice your life is going to change, right? So I remember thinking, like, all right, I don't know what I'm going to write. I mean, I have some things in my life, but I'm going to really be grateful when my bills are all paid, or I'm going to be really grateful when I have a bigger house or a better car, or, things like that. And I thought, well, I'm gonna write it. Maybe I'll find things. Well, it got to be kind of fun. I mean, I absolutely found things, and what I found were it was little things, like Karen was saying. My daughter telling me she loved me, or my dog being so happy to see me when I got home, or I saw a cool blue jay at the bird bath, or the leaves are turning beautiful fall colors, things like that. So I did that, and I found it totally shifted the way I was looking at things, because I found that throughout my day I'm like, okay, I got to write my gratitude journal tonight. I can't wait. What am I grateful for? Oh my God, I'm so grateful for this cup of coffee, or this friend, or what have you. And I found that it shifted my focus, because I really was looking for things to be grateful for instead of looking at lack. And honestly, after a year of doing that, it did change my life.
That's awesome, Ange.
Yeah,
I've not been so
you
disciplined.
talked about that too.
Yeah, in past years, I think that I've had gratitude journals. I haven't done anything recent. I even had an app at one time where it asked you like different things every day, and it was gratitude, and just got me in the habit of doing that. I definitely, when I am angry or upset, or I'm like, wait a second, what am I grateful for? Like, it's a mind training. I go there. I haven't kept I was going to say, I have a gratitude journal around here that I kept adding on, but I don't have it handy. I haven't been practicing very faithfully. So
Yeah. I kind of stopped too. And then when we started thinking about this, I thought, you know what, I want to get back to it, because I want to stay, because it can always help. And I don't know, I think that maybe we should challenge everybody, that maybe we should all, you don't have to buy, like I used to think like, oh, I got to get to the store and get a really good journal. And it's like, doesn't have to be that. I think mine wound up being a small spiral notebook, so
yeah.
it can kind of be whatever you have, right, Karen? It doesn't matter.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Don't limit yourself, and have to be tech like me with an app.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
do this on my phone.
yeah, yeah. You're Karen's good at any technical stuff. She's good. So, but yeah, but anyway, so let's do that, you guys. Like, why don't we do that? And I wanted to say this too, because I always try my best to be positive, and I'm definitely like, I look at the glasses half full, not half empty. But we all have days, right? We have those days, and whatever, like maybe you're tired or something gets to you or whatever. But even on those days, you can find, like, I remember like having a couple of those, and I'd be like, I can't think of anything, and then I thought, well, I have a bed, I'm gonna write.
Yeah, that's yeah, in the comments, somebody I think said that. Yeah, that they. Oh wait, it wasn't a bed. It was a roof over. Katie's saying, "I'm grateful for having a roof over my head, food in my fridge, having been able to pay my bills this month, and for the fact that my kids are all safe and healthy." And that's something we probably take for granted too, that we're healthy. I tell my kids to do this when they're having a bad day. Think of one blessing, and then you can think of one, then you can think of another, and so on and so on. And she tries to do that every day.
Oh, I
And
love that. I love
and
that.
Mary is saying, every night when I say my prayers, I always include what I'm grateful for. And she
Awesome.
said, now I need to start writing it down. I think there is something about writing it down that kind of, I've heard things about, it uses a different part of your brain when you write. So you're accessing a different, more of the right side or something than the left. I don't
Yeah.
know the science behind it. I'm not going to pretend, but
Yeah. You know what though, you're right about that, and there is something to it, because I know even for me, like if I want to get things done, okay, because I always have a mental list going off in my head, of all these things, and I don't get them done, and then at the end of the day, I'm annoyed at myself, and I kind of find like if I'm like say a Monday, I write down the stuff I want to get done through the week. It seems there is something, man. Maybe you're right. That's accessing something in your brain, because if I write it down, then all of a sudden I find that when I get to the end of the week, I've got most of it done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you used to do that. You used to do that with your day and write. I remember you had some book or something that you wrote everything.
Yeah, well, I worked at a nursing home in a rehab unit, and we had something called the unit clerk book, and we would put everything in it. And instead of crossing things out, we highlighted. And there's something about highlighting versus crossing. And so, as we got things done, it was like a book of highlights instead of cross offs. And I think having a win list is something that mentors and coaches and things in the past have told me to focus on. And if you have a win list, or you're highlighting, or even if you're crossing off things, you start to pay attention to your wins instead of what you didn't get done.
Yeah, I love that. I love calling it a win. And I love too that Katie called it's blessings, right? So when we start looking at what we're grateful for, I love looking at them as those are the blessings in our life. And I'm trying to remember everything you said, because I loved it all. But highlighting it's something instead of crossing it off, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like these little mind tricks. I think even if you use 3 colors, you remember stuff better. I went to some crazy training about that stuff, and there's so many little mind tricks that are in there. But I prefer to highlight versus cross off. So.
I think that I would, because I think that I don't know. I love the colors, and be like, oh, I get to use the pink one. Look at that, and kind of look at for maybe that even accesses like our little kid part. Remember, like coloring.
Yeah, entertaining our inner child.
Yes, yeah, I think so. I think so. I think we got some comments.
Yeah, somebody said it's a great idea, highlighting and win. Love that.
Yeah,
So.
me too. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Karen. I'm going to start making my list. I'm going to go get myself. So I think I have those highlighters somewhere.
Highlighters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. And I'm going to definitely start my gratitude journal. And I would love if you guys start your gratitude journal. When we're on next week, we can talk every week about some things we're grateful for.
Yeah, start the show with what
we'll start the show with gratitude for sure. I want to say I had all these things I was going to read, but one of the things too that I love, and again, it's all about shifting. Really, it's shifting your attitude and shifting your focus. And we had a class at my center this week, and Linda Elson was there, and she brought up bless in the mess, and so bless in the mess. So what the heck is that, right? So that was back probably 7-8 years ago, and we had a couple people pass away in our family, kind of unexpected, and right in a row. So it was a pretty difficult time in my family. But what I noticed, like one of them, it was like my uncle was one, actually my mom was the other. Okay, so and I have all these cousins, right? So I have all these cousins that I saw all the time when I was a kid, but really, I don't see them that much, or I didn't see them that much at that time. Okay, so of course, with my uncle passing away and my mom passing away, it brought us together, and we were supporting each other and helping each other and all that. And so my cousin, her name's Julie, and she might, hi Julie, just in case she gets on here and watches us. She's pretty amazing. I just saw her not too long ago. She lives in New York City. But anyway, Julie said, so she wrote to me and she said, so this is the bless and the mess. And I go, what? What? And she goes, well, every time there's a mess or something happening in your life, there's always a blessing in it. It all depends on how you look at it. And she goes, so think about this. The bless and the mess is we're connecting again. Like, think how happy your mom would be, because my mom was always pushing us to connect. And, and she said, just think about that. So that's the bless and the mess. Is let's start looking at things like that. And honestly, ever since she said that, I mean, I think about that all the time. It's like, well, so any situation that comes up, what's the bless and the mess? right
Yeah,
there.
definitely. And just to let you guys know, I see Linda is on here. She is our good friend who is a Feng Shui practitioner. So she holds a special connection with us because she's always
Yes.
reminding us of how to keep your chi flowing into the highest and the best. So that's who Linda was. And we see her down there. So hi,
Yeah,
Linda.
hi Linda. Yeah, we're like super excited because in January, Linda has a once a year, like when the energy shifts, like it's going to go to Year of the Tiger, and she asked Karen and I to help her with her event this year, so we're very excited.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely excited
and,
for
and,
that.
and
We'll probably have her on too, right?
oh yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, we'll probably Linda's one of our favorite people to have on. We have a lot of fun, and yes, I'm sure Linda, will you come on soon? She can't answer. She can answer. It'll take a minute, but yeah, Tammy. There she is. She's got her smile. So yes, we'll have her on. So we'll have fun, and then we can talk about. She'll give you lots of tips about feng shui because that's a. I mean, we're talking about energy and really like your focus and where you put your focus is so important, and changing things around to enhance the energy really is feng shui all the way, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So, okay, let me see. Oh, Karen, you know what I want? Didn't you say Karen and I were talking on the phone last night, and we always talk on the phone late at night, and
Pretty late last night.
pretty late, yeah. So Karen was telling me there's a lot going on astrologically right now too, right?
Oh yeah,
In astrology, but a lot of you might be feeling the energy, and Karen's pretty good at it. So, do you want to?
well, I mean, I dabble. I'm not good, and more people probably know, but it was an eclipse energy last night, 3 a.m. for us in the Eastern, 3:57 something. Again, don't quote me on all these details, but and it is a full moon in Taurus, so it is very good time for creating, and it's a creative energy, and Scorpio on that axis. It's another 18-month cycle, and it's a good time to fertilize and create. And you will notice a lot of things maybe have been emotional this week leading up to it, and it's setting the stage for the next 18 months. And I don't want to go into specifics, but of specific signs and stuff. But a great resource for that is Cassandra Joan Butler. She's
Yeah,
a local friend of ours, and she has Cosmic Connections, which is on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Facebook in her channel or her
yeah,
feed. And she goes through the astrological weather every week. So she was just touching base on that, and we can all feel it. And there's other planets that are have aspects that are ending and starting, so you'll feel different things too. But if you're feeling a lot of emotions, definitely wherever you have 27 degrees of Taurus in your chart, that's where it's happening.
yeah, for
So
sure. Actually, we should have Cassandra on too with that because
yeah,
Karen's good at it, but Cassandra Joan Butler she's an excellent astrologist. But
yeah,
we really should
one of my
because
teachers for sure.
yeah, I mean, I wanted you to just bring that up quick because I've been feeling it too. So it's a good time to set intention.
With the full moon, you want to, yeah, it illuminates and brings light, so you're going to see a lot of things like because it's Scorpio and Taurus, you're a lot of deep psychological old issues may come to the surface, or things that need to be in the light and change may be coming up for you, and stuff like that. So it has to do, if you follow the moon cycles,
Yeah,
definitely there's different things to do at different times.
yeah. Thank
This is embrace the energy, move forward. Because of some of the other aspects, you want to enjoy what you have going on and not stop holding back for yourself, and kind of do the things that you've always wanted to do, and the love and the beauty and the finances and stuff, because it's Taurus
yeah.
season. Yeah.
That's so true because a lot of times we hold back. Like I'll hold back and think, well, I'll do this when the time is right, or like so many reasons. And sometimes the best thing I think to do is just do it, right?
Definitely. And if you were struggling to have something that was like, oh, it was almost there, you'll have the energy this week to move forward, or things are starting to come into flow in place. And that was the switching of the energy too. And yeah, there's other astrologers I listen to get that stuff from, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I have a little bit of everything in my head going on, but I don't feel comfortable like being a astrological weather woman. So
We'll
it
get
just
yeah, no,
disclaimer there.
we'll get Cassandra on. You made me think that now. We'll get Cassandra Joan Butler on sometime in the next couple weeks, so and she can tell you some more.
Yeah, definitely.
And probably like that stuff, like I think like thinking about things like that or intention and gratitude and all that's important things to focus on with the upcoming holiday season. Because it ends up we're gonna next week we're gonna and our topic is gonna be how to stay centered during the holiday season. Because it's I mean it's a happy time of year, but it's not for everybody, right? There's a lot of people that are yeah. I think a lot of What were you gonna say, Karen?
Oh, that's for sure. And there could be a lot of family crazies that go on and obligations that you're not so into, or
Yeah.
just the yeah, and then you get the marketing of it for, Black Friday, and you just get mixed messages about I don't know.
So many.
I get a little wonky myself during
Yeah,
the
yeah,
holidays.
me too. I try not to, and then it'll seem like I'll get pulled into it. I try not to, yeah, but I have some things that I do that help me, and I know Karen does too. So next week I want to talk about that because that's kind of the start of all this, and just kind of give you some different tips and hints on what to do to stay centered. So yeah, and it is, and honestly, I think even this year too, there's pressure because we're all kind of coming out of this pandemic, so we're all kind of dealing with that, and even some of us, like I think I'm pretty sure last year, right, you were only allowed to have a certain amount of people around the table with you, or the year before maybe we didn't even have Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
or the holidays. So it's kind of getting back into it, and how do you do it? It's kind of a new world. It's a different world now. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It is different. And you're thinking of things differently too, especially with the politics and the division and the separation that, different beliefs on vaccinations and masks. And it's just,
so many things. Yeah.
I think so. When people are going to get together at the holiday, I think that we may feel elated tension this year.
Yeah, and it's kind of too like no, you don't know what to do. I had an event at my center, and we're starting to do things live, which is awesome. I love that, but you don't know like how many people can we have, and do they, what do we do? So yeah, so I feel like we should talk about some of that next week for sure, and
Sure.
definitely want to hear like your ideas too. Yeah, so that's going to be our show for next week. I wanted for today, I like to do a meditation, and actually we got into a good conversation, Karen, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I want to so we're going to end it today with a meditation. Okay, so if you're so inclined, just close your eyes for a minute and take a deep breath in and exhale. A deep breath in and exhale. So, again, taking a few deep breaths, letting your chest rise and fall with each inhalation and exhalation. And as you continue to breathe slowly and allowing it to become more deep, so slowly and deeply, let your attention rest gently on your breath, feeling the movement as it enters and exits your body. And each time you exhale, let go of any tension as you relax your face, your shoulders, belly, and legs. Just feeling your body relaxing deeper and deeper. And notice how that happens with each and every inhale and exhale. And on your next exhale, settle your attention to the area around your heart. Focusing on feelings of love, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. And with your attention on your heart center, bring to mind something or someone you are grateful for. And as you continue with your easy, relaxed breathing, perhaps you feel grateful for being alive or healthy. Or perhaps you are grateful for the abundance of nature that produces food to nourish your body and beautiful scenery to nourish your soul. And bringing your attention now back to people who truly nourish you in your life and how they bless you with their presence. And feel gratitude for your own life and the many gifts you have been blessed with. And now bring your attention to how this gratitude is feeling in the area around your heart. With each inhale, let this feeling grow outward, expanding to fill your chest, your arms, your hands, your legs, and your feet. With each inhale, this feeling grows, filling you up. And now, even as you return your attention to your breath, let your body remember the sensations of gratitude. As you very slowly begin returning to our room, opening your eyes, wiggling your fingers and toes, and staying focused on gratitude for sure. Think about that. Like, I challenge everybody to start the gratitude journal. I'm going to start mine, and you're starting yours, Karen.
Yep.
Yeah. And we'll talk every week. That'll help us even get through some of the holiday season. Let's think about the little things we're grateful for. So, I want
90 seconds.
Ooh, good timing.
I know that was good timing. So yeah, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We love being back with you. We're going to be here every Friday at noon on Lilydale Blog Talk Radio, Lilydale's Facebook page, my Facebook page, Santosha's Facebook page. I don't know if it's on yours. Is it, Karen?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, maybe we'll put it on Karen's soon. Thank you, Karen, for coming on with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you, everyone
appreciate it.
out there,
60
Mary and
seconds.
everybody who's
Yeah.
saying hello.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it was good to see you all. We'll see you next week. Please join us.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.